What's up, family? What's up, folk? How y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday? I'm recording this video on a Saturday, so if it finds you on a Saturday, maybe it's extra special for you. If not this Saturday, any Saturday, okay? My messages are timeless. Hey, welcome to my channel. If you new, okay, it's a vibe. All right, you might as well get comfortable. We be lit over here, all right? And if you're a returning family member, you know I fuck with you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for all the love that y'all share. Thank you if you booked a personal reader with me. All right, thank you if you like my video, if you comment on my video, if you hype my video up. I just want to take this first little minute or two to appreciate y'all genuinely, okay? Even those of you that may not necessarily appreciate, we're gonna get into that a little bit later. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to my haters and my motivators, okay? Yo, this card keep haunting me, and the word is judgment. I haven't even read it. I don't try to record this video so many times. Okay, somebody here could be a perfectionist. And what's crazy is I'm not necessarily the type of person, especially as I'm evolving, to really care about the mistakes that happen. Because it's me in my natural state. I don't come on here to try to portray to be the smartest person in the world. I don't. Because I am humble enough to understand that it's so much out here that can be learned. You can never know. Now I'm thinking a little bit deep about what smart and dumb is. And do that truly exist? What makes you a smart person? Okay, I could understand Spirit is saying something about the decisions that you choose to make based off of things that you call mistakes. And what's standing out to me is they said based off of what you call a mistake. So what if the move that you made wasn't a mistake at all? It was actually on purpose. It was for your purpose, for a purpose. But your perspective and how you receive that interaction makes all the difference, okay? That's what intelligence is. It's using your conscious, that energy that we tap into, that frequency that we call God. Because that's a part of us. It's the way you choose to react or not to react to said situations. It says, am I willing? I don't know why I just get this energy more of like a sacrifice. Somebody here, you are a self-server. You may be somebody that tried to, I said self-server. I didn't even mean to say that. Okay. What I meant to say is you are somebody that either have or is growing out of this mentality where you feel like you got to serve the world or serve people, or that's part of your purpose. And it can be, but how are you using that energy? Are you allowing yourself to be drained, abused, confused because you don't recognize your own light? Or are you using that to your advantage? Okay. But yeah, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Portal of Alignment. My name's Shay, if you know. All right. If you are interested in a personal reading, everything is in the description box. Okay, literally. And I'm not even gonna lie, I just kind of want to get right into it. Find me down there. If you need me, you willing and ready. Everything down there, even information about the raffle. Okay. By the way, if you are a member of the channel, you automatically get 7 entries into the raffle. And for every month that you are a continued member, you get 7 more. Okay. And just because you are in the comments don't mean that you can't get picked out of the comments, because sometimes I do go through the comments and show a little love to people who genuinely are supporting, and not because I'm saying it. Okay. Because I don't know. Anyways. I'm hearing something about self-love, okay? I'm getting this energy, and I always usually start my readings out by saying that if you don't show up for your world, you can't show up for the world. I feel like we have adopted this thing, especially us that came here knowing that we have a purpose to serve, and it's supposed to be big. Knowing that our purpose is bigger than ourselves, right? We tend to put on a cape to try to be the superhero in every situation. We literally adopt that superhero mentality and move through life just to serve being the hero. When sometimes you got to be your hero. You can't, in order for a Superman to be super, he need his rest. All right. I also am hearing too, you serve as a villain in some people's lives. Speaking of, I got a genuine question. Like, how, if you a hater, right? How is that serving you? How does it feel to give away your power to somebody that you choose not to even, you don't even like this person, but yet you getting angry, calling them all type of bitches and cunts. And hoes and all these names, like you getting all, you know what I'm saying? You beat your chest like a gorilla out of pride. Not even realizing that that person got control over you. The fact that they are happy, the fact that they are doing something that pisses you the fuck off for no reason at that. All because you can't control them. Or all because you didn't have control over the situation like you thought you did. Because you thought you was the one playing the game, but the game was being played on you. Because I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who really got a control issue. Okay, and take this how I resonate. I've reasoned with the fact that I come here to trigger motherfuckers. You either get triggered and you do something about why you feel like that, or you stay triggered. Either way, you got to sit with those emotions and feelings. I also am speaking to somebody here where spirit is telling you, yo, I thought I turned this AC off. I'm speaking to somebody here where spirit is telling you that you have no control about how people feel about you. That's why it's important for you to just do you. The moment you start getting your emotions and feelings attached to how another person feels about you is when you give them your power. I got the power. Okay? For somebody here, just your smile, the fact that you laugh is really getting, like, yo, I don't understand people, but for real though, like, how does that make you feel? I also feel like for somebody here, you are motivating these people that hate you. Like, they would use something you say or an idea that you had and act like they came up with the shit. That's why they say that there's a thin line between love and hate. Because in essence, you love me. Literally, you do. Literally. But you hate the fact that it's not you. You hate the fact that you don't possess the qualities that even make people love a person that they love that you hate. And I'm genuinely talking about somebody that's a hater or being hated on simply by just being yourself, because you make a difference. What can you do in this moment to make a difference for yourself? To not give that person your power. Because you don't even realize how draining that shit is for you. That you would let somebody fester in your mind that you don't like. Tell me how that even make fucking sense. You be the first person to tune in to somebody's message, to somebody's life. Got your fucking email notifications on, not email, what? Email notifications. So that's significant. I'm gonna take it. Fuck it. Alright, I've been sitting here playing with these cards for the longest, and then I'm gonna get one more. I just also get this repeated attempt to try to stop you or block you from doing something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you this so that where you can sit in your own ego that people are hating on you. I'm trying to reignite, not even reignite, I am trying to bring the awareness to you of your true power. And how you don't even have to do too much and you literally control people. I don't know why I'm hearing Medusa. Hold on. Okay, there's also something significant about monitoring spirits in your energy. Okay. There could have been like a recent, excuse me, like I'm just seeing, excuse me, extra spiritual activity. Okay. And the fact that I burped when I said that, I feel like that's confirmation. Okay. I'm also hearing airing something out. Okay. Am I in my head or in my heart? Okay. Something about you is very magnetic. Okay, but it is what it is. This message was intended to be like a little pick-me-up in the first place. Just to remind you how great you are. You know what I'm saying? Even if you are somebody that's hating on somebody else, you are taken away from your own greatness. All right, I also feel like you don't realize that. You know what? Let's just move forward. Okay, I hope y'all having a beautiful day. Because I definitely woke up in a very serene, peaceful energy. And I love that for us. Because I'm coming on here to share that with y'all. All right. I actually got a lot of channel messages today too. So don't be surprised if y'all see 4 fucking videos. All right. But, you know, everybody don't relate to every video anyways. Okay. So that's cool. Anyway. You got, what risks can I take today? When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Do I know all of my strengths and am I using them? I feel like this is just tied into what I was saying. Like somebody you have it's like a very shocking, it's something here that you possess that's shocking people. Okay. There's an element of you that has been hidden in plain sight. And because they did not have the eyes to see and experience the true love that you could give, or that you were always full of, because whoever I'm speaking to, you are, I'm getting this energy of being divinely created. Like specifically, you have these features, you have these assets, you have certain, I keep hearing magician and magical powers for a reason, for a time like this. You came here for a specific reason to fill a specific prophecy. Okay, so there's nothing that somebody that feels some type of way because they operate out of their ego can do anything to you. And I feel like sometimes we get caught up in the thought of being afraid that somebody can harm us. Okay? I remember... Okay, Spirit. I remember at one point I was afraid to show my face on a public platform because I used to watch other readers that used to beef with each other. You know, all low vibrational frequencies. They beefing with each other online and throwing different energies and stuff at each other. And you know, people can do magic with pictures. People can do magic seeing you on live in real time if you don't have no filter over your, you know what I'm saying? People even try to do it. Now they don't even see my fucking face. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, a prophecy that was designed and created specifically for you. This is something you and God had an agreement. You and your galactic council had an agreement. For you to walk in certain rooms, be in certain spaces, dealing with certain people, certain spirits. Because it ain't even the people. It's whatever spirit is running those people. Whatever thing that they've allowed to take hold of their vessel. We don't argue with people. I ain't saying we don't argue with people, but the physical is the last form. So you having beef with somebody It's literally just you and that person going at war in the spirit. Like they're waging war toward your spirit. Okay, and the best way to win a war, I don't know why I'm hearing sneak attack. I'm also hearing Trojan horse. Okay. I also just saw 1991 and 1901. Something about the 1900s is significant. Okay. I'm also hearing the last 1,000 years. All right. Now I'm getting something about subjects. Like subjects, projects. It's giving me like somebody here, you're a very deep thinker. Like very deep. Okay. And in those thoughts, in that suspense energy, you get enlightened. Okay. Something about dancing. You know the people that be dancing in the air with these things? Listen. I don't know what that shit called, bro. But I'm seeing that. You know, this could also be poles, dancing on a pole, dancing is specifically. Okay, Kundalini energy. All right, power. Something about your power here. Okay. I also just heard nature responds to your nature. So whatever it is that's natural for you, natural to you, okay, is what nature will respond to in the best way. The universe responds to your frequency, not your hopes and wishes. And like, I think, and I know somebody gonna get offended by that, but let's just be real. When you hoping for something, it's outside of you. It's not something that you feel like. It's an element of you that feel like you either not gonna get it, you don't deserve it, and it's something that you need to look into. But when you say it's already mine, and you make that your reality, it is already yours. Literally. I got tired of saying I'm tired of doing this shit. At some point, what did I put there? Oh, this keep coming out too. This magic wand. The magic within you. And I just heard again, I've got the magic in me. I'm hearing ladybug. Somebody's name could be Lady. Okay. Something specific about a ladybug is significant. Okay. I pick up that a lot. Winged creatures. All right. I'm also seeing the eye of Horus and the eye of Ra. Okay. Something about protection here is significant. But what risk can I take today? What is it that you are being called to do, but you're afraid to do? What if that thing is literally just looking yourself in the mirror and be honest, and being honest with yourself about the pain that you feel, being honest with yourself about the hurt that you feel, being honest with yourself about why you feel the way you feel, where the source of that pain is coming from. Okay? What led you to be in the position that you're in? And do that lead you to somebody else, or do it lead you back to you? Because that'll say a lot about who you are. If you're in this victim mentality where you're blaming everything and everybody in every circumstance for the reason why you feel the way you feel, if you feeling low, and not using it as a fuel, using it as an asset. If you always sitting in your pain, how about you write about it and you make a book? Okay, I'm also hearing best-selling author. Okay, so somebody here could definitely be a writer, and you're working on some type of novel here. All right, but I feel like you're speaking from a place of peace, even though you could be writing the pain, if you get what I'm saying. It's like somebody here has made peace, or spirit is asking you to make peace with what you've been through, so that way you can focus on where you are now. Okay, what risk can I take today? What can you do that's a guilty pleasure of yours? And why is that pleasure guilty? How can you deepen your trust right now? What if the limitations that you was putting on your mind was easier than you think? And I don't even know if I explained it. Yeah, I got tired of saying what I'm tired of doing. I just got tired of hearing myself say, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of this motherfucker. I'm tired of this. I just... So what you gonna do about it, bitch? Is you gonna keep complaining? Or is you gonna step up? Are you... Look, I'm putting this over here. Are you gonna step up? How can you grow out of this? What can we do to transmute this energy? And you wouldn't even be able to imagine how fast your life can change with the quick act of a different perspective. You see something. Okay, this girl is morphing. I don't know if she morphing into a human or morphing into a lion. You never know. Something about taking form and shifting your shape. Okay? But you could tell whatever this change is isn't harmful because the animals love whoever this is. Animals feel frequencies around people. I'm also hearing they heal the sick. All right? You got a goat. All right? Something about curry goat is significant. I don't know where that came from. And we talking about loving the animals. All right? I'm also hearing with that, it's like some type of confusion. Like people don't even realize how much chaos that they sit in. And they think it's coming from one direction, but it's just reminding me of how people do things in the background when it comes to our government or whatever. And they are the fucking problem and the solution. Literally. In the background, controlling and manipulating things. So that way they can siphon energy as this magician, okay? But the crazy part is the essence. You see how I don't know why I'm getting like this energy is being controlled and they're siphoning through their pinpoints, through their hands. Okay? And the power is being yielded by the people. Who are you allowing to control you? Who are you allowing to have a form of manipulation over you? Now, you could be a very powerful magician, but it depends on your intention. Some people have beautiful intentions with their powers, and some people don't. And if you don't have control over yourself, that's how you get got. Saying you don't believe in certain things, that's how you get got. Because it's so easy to fool and beguile you. You wouldn't know the signs. You wouldn't be able to recognize it. Okay, I'm also getting 2 things that you've been through. Well, so that way you can recognize the signs. Okay, it was all a part of the process. This Hangman is sticking out to me. You could be a Pisces. Okay, but this talk about sacrificing. If you're going to be a sacrifice, who you going to be a sacrifice for? Is it going to be for you? Or you going to let another motherfucker come in, take your power, and you be a sacrifice for them? And I'm not just talking about those of us that's vibrating at a certain frequency where we understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who hate other people too. You don't even realize how much of your power you giving away to that person. You don't. You don't know if that person know how to transmute energy. Now imagine you sending all of this hate and then a person commanding and turning their reality into what they wanted to be, and also using your hate to do that because they spoke it into existence. I'm teaching you something right now. When you pray, do you say and I'm just saying pray, you know what I'm saying, because that word bother me. It just do. And I'm not talking about the aspect of you speaking to a higher power. I'm talking about the word and the root of it itself. Pray is to be hunted. Is this why we associate fear and God? When God shouldn't even be something that you fear? And I just asked myself the other day, who created that concept of what God is? Like, and I'm just talking about the word. I'm not talking about the essence. I'm not talking about consciousness. I'm not talking about the intelligence of whatever we spiraled from. that intelligence. I'm talking about the word in general. So something about words are specific. Spells, spelling. Isn't that what the English language is called anyways? When you are writing words, you are spelling them out. You teaching your children how to spell when they're younger. I'm just saying things to open y'all mind. I'm not trying to convince nobody or nothing. This is just what I'm channeling. Being awakened. Because you've been asleep your whole life. What have control over you? Who have control over you? And is that control helping you or helping them? Okay, when was the last time that you genuinely couldn't stop laughing? And it wasn't temporary, not because your kid said something. Or I'm talking about a genuine laugh that came from a place of happiness. Genuinely smiled at something that you accomplished because you accomplished it, not because you were racing for something to be given to you. That's something I had to realize too as well. Why am I chasing a power that I already have? Team lead. Bitch, just because you can lead the team don't mean you should. All right. I'm also getting this energy of a hidden power, and something keep playing with my fingers, bro. I feel like like somebody rubbing on my fucking fingers, bro. Real shit. Okay, so something about your hands could be significant. Excuse the ashiness. All right. Do I know all of my strengths and am I using them? And then you got, what if it was easy? I'm going to read the back of these cards and then I'm going to pick a few tarot cards. All right. I'm speaking to somebody. Like, I feel like I'm speaking to two groups of people. I'm speaking to a group of people that are religious haters. And I'm speaking to the group of people that's being hated on. But you see how the message can relate, the words can relate. Like, we all mirror each other to some degree. Literally. And if you really think about that, people who are vibrating in low frequencies is a part of you, because that's a frequency that you can very much well be in, but you choose not to be. This is why we have emotions like sympathy or empathy for a person, or even the fact of you just being able to acceptance. Okay, accepting that it is what it is, and you're not attached to the situation, but you're also not detached from the situation. It's like a neutral point, a neutral standpoint. Okay, anyways, you have, be not mistaken, you will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path toward your dreams. You will have to take the big scary leap, but do not fret, because your soul has wings. It's definitely reminding me of the Fool card in some type of new beginning. But the Fool card also represents originality, being in your true essence, okay? I'm hearing being in the world, but not of it. This is reminding me of you having a physical body, but your spirit is something else. I'm getting this outer world experience, okay? Being in the world, but having outer worldly experiences, okay? It's like reminding me of a kid being thrown off, and you know, this was a story in the news, being thrown off a balcony and surviving. Okay, because in its essence, you know, even though we associate that pure energy with a child, it's really the divinity of spirit. Okay, there's a risk here that you're being called to take, and I feel like this risk has a lot to do with you, how you see life, what's triggering you, what's bothering you, and why. Do you even give a fuck, or do you just want to sit in pain forever? You want to sit in sorrow forever. You want to blame and be the victim of life instead of triumphing over whatever trying to consume you. Like, it's so, it's so much we miss by paying attention to the wrong things. I promise you. And I ain't even talk about missing outside of us. I'm talking about so much we miss about ourselves. You spending too much time in your lower chakras, neglecting your higher chakras. And once you neglect something for too long, it either becomes stale. It no longer exists the way it used to. I don't know. I'm just seeing somebody lit, like chakras lit, like a true spinal balance. I'm also hearing decompressing. Okay, something about the back here is significant. I'm hearing permeated disc. Okay, I think that's what it's called. Listen, I'm channeling. I'm not no fucking doctor. All right. And listen, do not take none of my. Take what Please take what resonate and leave what don't. Okay, just because a reading may feel personal to you, don't mean, like, if a reading is feeling mostly personal to you, don't mean that every little message is for you. You got to keep in mind that this is not a personal reading. And even when you get in personal readings, okay, depending on the angle that you hit, other people's energy that you are connected to come up. So please, let's be adults, okay? What risks can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do that shit. That ain't what the cards say, but that's what I said, okay? Make a decision and do that shit, bro. Do it. What you scared of? What you afraid of? What somebody gotta say? That's the problem. Who gives a fuck what they gotta say? It's your life, your decisions. The decisions you make change the course of your life, not the decision. Well, if you allow somebody to make decisions for you, then you don't have control over you. It's okay to be rebellious if your spirit ain't feeling something. It's okay to say no. It's okay to do something different. It's okay to love you, explore you, do you. Oh, you selfish, and I'll be that. Own that shit. So what? Okay, I don't know. Lord have mercy, spirit. Why we gotta blame up Glorilla and her sister? Listen, that's what I call a glorified. And then you making yourself look stupid. And then you giving your sister, the one you hate, more clout. You see what I mean by being a hater only help the person that you hating? You embarrassing yourself, bro. I just had a deeper thought about that whole situation. Because usually I don't give a fuck about what celebrities got going on. Especially if they regular motherfuckers just like all of us. You know, well, all of us ain't regular, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. They subject to mistakes just like we are. They subject to do, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you see that situation? That's a perfect example, literally. Okay, when was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Okay, I don't know why I'm being brought back to some childhood days somebody could have shared with their grandpa specifically. Okay, a grandfather or a father energy. Okay, I'm also getting this energy of a child speaking to an apparition. Okay, somebody that they see who's not physically there, but they're having an interaction with this person. All right, lunch dates and everything. Okay, something about an angel coming in your life to serve a purpose, and once the purpose was done, that person disappeared, and it's like you've been thinking about that person all your life. Is reminding me of a story that a guy was telling about his life, how this police officer used to come check on him, buy him clothes, all of this shit. And when he got older, looking for this man never existed. Okay? Something about an like I said, an outer worldly experience, but you're here. You came here to experience this physical reality for a reason. Okay. Oh, go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants or did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things, in the smallest things, even though they say littlest. It don't sound right to me. Okay, and that's what I mean. Go with your spirit. You see how that was fed to me, and I chose to make it my own because it made sense to me. That's just a small example of how a shift in perspective can change everything. And I know that was real small, like petty even. You know what I'm saying? It's just a difference in words. And it's not to say that I feel like I'm smarter than somebody. This is just the way I process things. It's okay for you to feel and sit in the way you process things. Just because somebody else said that it's bad, don't mean it is. You got to do your own research. Stop being so easily fed information that you just sit and you regurgitate. I'm also getting this energy of theft. Like somebody taking things that you saying or something you doing, and instead of using it as inspiration, they're taking it word for word. But if they had to explain it from the standpoint in which you was coming from, they wouldn't even be able to comprehend. All right. It says no to self, laugh more often. Make somebody laugh today. And I feel like that somebody should be you. Okay. I'm literally seeing somebody in a meditative stance and you just laughing, okay, for no reason. Sometimes that's exactly what it takes. Let me tell you something. I'm a goofy ass motherfucker. Goofy bitch. Okay. I'm talking about so goofy. I be on FaceTime and my sisters be like, because we got this little group chat or whatever. They be like, bro, this girl laugh at everything. But the fact that I laughed at something, because I was able to see it in a fun. I don't know how my brain do that shit. But I made everybody laugh. And I wasn't trying to. It just happened. Like, okay, no. Hold on, y'all. Elon Musk. We want money like Elon Musk. For the new year. Money, I want for the new year. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment. Okay. A moment of silence for your higher self. Okay, just take a deep breath. You got this. All right. Reggae could be significant to you because that just came out of nowhere. And that song just been playing in my head over and 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 over. All right. I also woke up to a love song, but we're going to say that for the love reading, okay? But I also know, and I'm being led to say that self-love is important because the only way you can recognize what true love is to truly love you. And every part of you that feels broken and every part of you that feels uncharted, from the parts of you that you run from, love is what balances those things out. Acceptance. Okay? I feel like love and acceptance go hand in hand because once you accept yourself for who you are, the only thing that's left to do is to love that. Literally. All right, it says, do I know all of my strengths and am I using them? I feel like somebody here is very strong in essence, but I don't know why I feel like you're in this weak state because you think that you're weak or you've been told that you're weak or you feel like the circumstances around you speak to your strength. Okay, I'm trying to... Anyway, I'm going to just read the back of the card. It says, we all have superpowers. And I was just talking about being a superhero. But it's up to us to uncover them. when we live and it says, when we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. Okay, I don't know why I heard Gemini. Okay, the gem and I. Okay, what gems are hiding in you? Okay, what gems in you that are ready to be expressed? Because it's definitely reminded me of communication. Okay, what if all this shit was fake, is what I just heard. Are you allowing yourself to explore those thoughts? Those thoughts that are different. Are you able to identify when you are picking up on the thoughts of somebody else? That's why it's important for you to be in tune with you. It's hard to fool you when you in tune. I'm telling you some good shit. All right? I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but if I do a personal reading for you, it's special. Because like I said, I don't give a fuck if I got a service in there for $1,000. And I need the money. All money ain't good money. You don't know what type of energetic contract you sign up for when you choose to exchange your energy for a piece of paper that shouldn't even exist. I'm also hearing, how do you see money? Is money your God? No, really think about that though. Because we get up every day and we go to jobs and shit that we hate because of the money. And some of us go for the status. Because it makes us feel powerful to depend on the position that we hold. Or powerless. When you just a pawn to another man's game. Stay focused, Shay. I have to ask myself, like, sometimes, are you still bothered? But in reality, hell no, that shit too funny. But that's the beauty of you being able to commune with you. Asking yourself those questions like, does that bother me for real? Am I really bothered by this? Is this true? Why is this triggering me? Where is the source of this trigger coming from? Okay? Making time for you and your own thoughts. Making time for you, baby. You. Okay? Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? Okay? I'm getting this energy of receiving, being open and ready for your world to be changed by a simple shift in perspective. Okay, and what if it was easy? Have you ever considered that? What if what you was running from was easier ran into than running from? Feathers could be significant to you. Gold could be significant to you. Okay, I'm also hearing the golden child. Okay. I also feel like somebody here is very gifted. And you have gifts that even your parents don't understand. They can't comprehend how you're able to process things, do things, how I'm hearing so lucky. Like every time that there's a trap set for you, it's like your senses always lead you in the opposite direction. And what's crazy, that direction is a direction that people usually run from. Because the trap was set because people usually go that way. If you get what I'm saying. I'm literally seeing somebody walk in the forest and there's a bear trap on one path. And then another, and this path is clear because a lot of people don't walk through this path, which means that the energy, the experience of a lot of people being there have paved the way. And then there's another path that's visible to the spirit, but not to the naked eye, in which this person would have to kind of remove things around. But this way, there's a trap set and waiting because whoever the person is that set the trap is familiar with what you're familiar with. It's like they know your habits. They know your next move. Okay? They have a form of power over you because you're so familiar. You do the things the same way all the time. That's what keep people in loops and cycles over and over doing something. But I'm seeing a person being led by the spirit to go another way. And this way is the route that less people take. Okay? I just keep hearing uncharted territory. What makes it so beautiful is the fact that nobody, only a certain amount of people have been through this path. Because at the end of the day, too, I'm getting this energy of it's not a path that you took completely alone, even if you were walking alone on that path. Somebody else has walked that journey. It's reminding me of Rosa Parks. She had to take the path of freedom alone first to learn the lay of the land, to get more commune with her spiritual gifts. And you know what led her into tapping into that side of herself? Being hit over the head, knocked cold, almost dying, awakened a part of her brain. In fact, she was always a gifted child. And I'm even picking up that's something her parents didn't quite understand. And one day, Massa decided that she should be punished for something. Hit her in her head and she damn near bled out. But when she woke up, people were afraid of her because they called her, I don't know, I'm just getting this derogatory, basically they call her evil because she was gifted. It was out of worldly. It was something that they didn't, they just couldn't come. They were so stuck in their lower chakras and being human, identifying with just being human, that they could not even see the spirit that was being expressed out of that child for what it was. So they had to put it in a box and call it something, when in reality it was just their fear. It was the fear that that was being consumed by. Don't allow what you don't overstand to be a reason why you judging somebody. That's why I kept seeing that judgment card. We judge people so harshly, and we act in ways so aggressively because that's how we do ourselves. Have you reevaluated how you treat yourself? Have you ever questioned the actions that you took and why you said certain things to a person, or why you moved in such a way as you did? Or I don't know, like, do evil people question, do they go home and think about this shit? I don't know, bro. I just know what I do. You know what I'm saying? Damn, we 47 minutes. I'm just looking outside, running my mouth. Listen, let me move forward and get the fuck. I got more videos that I need to record. This next one, oh no, bruh. That channel won't leave me alone, so I feel like I just gotta talk about it. But you'll see it when it comes. Anyways, it says it doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Okay? Your higher self is there for a reason, is what I just heard. It serves as a guide. And higher self is you, which means that there is a part of you. I'm being shown that image where in movies they used to have the little winged angel or the winged devil on each side of a person's shoulder. I'm also hearing too, the side of the shoulder that person was on really represented. I'm hearing masculine and feminine, and also represented the left and the right brain, and how they are connected, but they also are different. Or I'm just getting like this battle when you having conversations with yourself about a decision you want to make. You talking to you talking to a part of you that makes logical decisions, and you talking to your heart, that other part of you that make decisions based off emotion. Oh yeah, I meant to, damn. So yesterday I was doing a video and I said that there's a saying that women should be seen and not heard, and I got lost by a card falling on the ground and started channeling something else, but I didn't explain what I meant by that, right? You know how most of the world okay, judge women for the way they show up on the internet. Try to tell them how they ain't got no class. Try to tell people how they should be dressing and what they should be doing with their own time. A woman should be seen and not heard. What if we've consciously, as women, create pathways for ourselves to be seen by doing what we're doing? Like, because I'm saying we because, you know, I got a vagina. But in reality, I'm speaking specifically to women who choose to be a little risque on the internet, right? And to me, I try to look at the psychology of that. And also stay grounded in the spiritual aspect of it, because we were born with we was born with the skin that we supposed to walk in. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't born with no goddamn clothes on, you know, and clothes didn't exist until we made them exist. But you know, that's one part of me. But the other part of me, that the psychological part of me, is like, where did that come from? Why do we feel so comfortable doing these things? And not just because they're natural to us, but is it something that we've indoctrinated and we don't realize? To tell a woman that she shouldn't be heard is crazy as fuck. I mean, what? Yeah, a woman should be seen and not heard. But then when she make herself known and be seen on the internet, you then bash her for that. The moment that she speak up, she start talking with logic. Maybe that's why, you know, whoever came up with that shit. Because I noticed, like, in a lot of situations, and I'm not saying that men are stupid or anything like that, but whoever created that quote in itself was being emotional. It had to be an emotional man that just didn't want to hear what a woman had to say. And not because it was stupid, because it was smart and it made him feel stupid. You know what? I'm going to move past that. That's just, you know, I'm just giving you food for thought. Like, some of these quotes and some of these things that we live by every day, we don't even realize how unconsciously it eat at us. Because we're not paying attention to it. We so busy paying attention to things that's meant to distract you. I'm also getting this energy of resting in chaos. Like there's this invisible force that want people to get used to being in this survival mode. Not only are you battling with you within, but there's a battle going on without. So you can't even pay attention to the battle that's happening inside of you. And you're so busy trying to associate or pinpoint why you're going through that battle. And sometimes it's me even trying to sit here and over explain the situation. I feel like it's just taking too much energy, and that's a message in itself. Like, I just think we give our energy to the wrong shit. Okay, it says it doesn't have to be hard. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it was easy? Okay. And when I read that, would you take the next step if it was easy? That if word is bothering me, because the shit is easy. It's just a matter of you doing it. Your mind is telling you that it's hard. Your mind is what's keeping you disconnected from whatever it is that you're trying to connect to. Your mind is what keeps you disconnected from your spirit. But we literally, they have to work together. It says it's time to expect ease, call in grace, and receive guidance. You are supported. You are. And most time, that's support that you don't see. I know that there's plenty of people that watch my videos ain't never made a comment, ever. But been here since almost the beginning, or been here for a while. And I appreciate that. That is not going unnoticed. I promise you. It's not. And I'm talking about genuine people. Sometimes they don't even necessarily react to the video. Which I would love a reaction, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like hype. You ain't gotta say nothing. It's some people out there afraid to leave a comment because they scared they might get picked for the raffle. I don't know. I'm just picking that up. But you know what I'm saying? What you don't want is the life that you create. You create your own reality. So if you don't want to get picked, I probably would feel that energetically. Anyways, it says list 10 possible ideas for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. Point blank, period. And with that being said, bitch, we've been talking for 55 funky minutes. I'm just playing. I'm sorry, Spirit. They weren't funky. I actually enjoyed this transmission. I enjoyed being here with y'all. Okay, I enjoyed doing this message because it helped me to even be able to rest more into who I am and accept that it is what it is. And sometimes, most times, every time, you can't control anything. Really. You can't. That's just like me posting this video, right? And saying what I want the video to do. But I can't control the algorithm and who choose to click this bitch. You know? And I'm not saying that I can't manifest my video hitting a certain, because I done did it. You know what I'm saying? But it's about being neutral. Like, it also grounds me. What am I really doing this for? Am I doing it for the views, or am I doing it to serve a purpose? It keeps me humble. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that had to do with anything. But bye, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You can look in the description box, everything down there, baby. And we gonna get into the next reading. Peace.